From London, England, where the Queen lives.
Recorded live from an underground bunker and packaged into an MP3 with a pretty little picture. Helping to kickstart your day with the motivation and inspiration you need 365 days a year. This is the Learn, Develop, Live podcast. And this is your host, Chris Jaggs.
Good morning. Welcome to episode 99. Yes, 99 of the Learn, Develop, Live podcast. And I'm your host, Chris Jaggs, back once again in the hot seat for another chapter of the LDL adventure. It is Monday. Woo, woo, woo. Now come on, look at that. Episode 99. Where has the time gone? Now can we talk about rejection? Now look, it hurts, doesn't it? And there is no way around it. Now sometimes in life we take the risks that don't pay off for whatever reason. There are goals that we set which unfortunately we end up missing. Maybe quite badly, or maybe just brushing past them. There are relationships that we get turned down for, or just maybe they collapse quite quickly, or that job, the one that you really wanted, just ended up going to someone else. Welcome to life. All these failures are just some of what we experience and can often lead to the fear of rejection, and this can cause us to give up on our dreams before we even get them going. Now before we get right into this, let's have those messages.
The Learn, Develop, Live podcast.
Bringing you more goodness than a handful of vitamins and a cold glass of milk.
Join us on social media. Search for Learn, Develop, Live on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter or LinkedIn and join the motivation.
The human race is incredible, isn't it? We can do really anything if we really want to. But there is one thing that is so powerful that it can make you step back from life, just in case we get hurt. Yes, that's right. It's the fear of rejection. Now, the fear of rejection is a reason we miss out on so much. The visions, the hopes and the dreams of many. Now, we've all done something bold, brave and daring because the risk was worth it. But also, anyone that has lived life at all, they'll all know that sometimes these risks do not pay off. It hurts when that happens as well. Sometimes the pain can just be too much. Other times, those risks, the ones that come with a big chance of rejection, they can take you and your life somewhere incredible on a magical journey. Rejection does hurt, and it's not worth pretending it doesn't. It's one of life's big lessons that doesn't seem to get any easier for some. Now the good news is, we always manage to get back up, dust ourselves off, and move forward again and again. So just how do you take on the fear of rejection and actually win? You can try and trust your capacity to cope. Look, if you get knocked down, you'll get back up. You'll cope. You really will. Don't believe your head if it tries to tell you otherwise. It's just trying to keep you safe, and you'll always be stronger than you think you are. Look, remember, you so far in your life have survived 100% of your worst days. Think about that. The next thing to look at is just what will it give to you? There's more to gain than what you're actually going for. Whether or not you get what you want, there'll be other things that you'll get from trying in the first place. Know that, like any fear, every time you confront it, the easier it will push through next time. You'll be braver, be more resilient, smarter, and more ready for next time. And there will always be a next time. There will also be the things you focus on that will be important. You'll always be able to think of more reasons not to take a chance than reasons just to go for it. And there is a reason for that. Humans are wired for survival, which means we tend to risk adverse. This, of course, pulls our focus more towards what we have to lose than what we have to gain. Whatever you focus on is what will become important. Catch yourself fixing on the potential for rejection and gently shift yourself towards what you have to gain. When it comes to the things that light you up, it's never a numbers game. All the reasons not to take the chance just don't matter, because the only one that does matter is this. That risk you're about to take might be the thing that takes you on your next magical journey. Now, how about your thoughts, your feelings, and action? Now, what we do is driven by three things: thoughts, feelings, and action. The mistake we make is letting the thoughts and the feelings rule the day. The feeling is fear, and yeah, it's a big one, but so is courage. That sense of feeling stuck comes when thoughts are allowed to build up fear more than courage. Now, thoughts are sly little ponies that, they want to make feelings bigger than some deserve to be. Behaviour is often driven automatically by thoughts and feelings, but it doesn't have to be. The key to doing something differently is to be more deliberate. Separate thoughts, feelings and actions. See them for what they are and make no more conscious decisions. You can think scared, feel scared, but act brave. Sometimes it's good to let your heart lead the way. Your head will catch up when it's ready. Now, rejection will also get you closer to what you want. The right things will always find you, but sometimes you have to fight for them. Someone or something is waiting for you. Exactly you. Take the chance, because this might be it. If it's not, well, you're just going to get yourself a step closer to what you're looking for. And of course, what's looking for you. Keep going until you find it, and know that whatever risks you take and whatever rejections you go through, none of it will matter when you find what you're really looking for, which you will. True story. You should also let yourself be vulnerable. It will be one of the best things you ever do. Taking a risk means being vulnerable. Own your vulnerability for the beautiful, messy, very human quality it is, and know that it's one of the best things about you. You can also let your fear win. Now, this isn't as crazy as you think, as you're meant to be beating it, but stick with me here. When deciding whether or not to take a risk, we spend our time between what it would be like to get what we want and what it would be like to be rejected. But it's all speculation. What we don't do is feel what it would be like to not take a chance at all. The force to move comes from fully experiencing what is. Decide not to take the risk, decide to let go of what you want, and spend some time fully experiencing what it's like for you. Walk away. Turn your back and feel it. Really, really feel it. It's very likely that if something is really important to you, deciding to walk away without fighting for it, it's just a really bad thing. So bad that you'll be motivated to take the chance, because as bad as rejection may feel, just giving up on something you really want will feel even worse. Now, conquering fear is one of life's greatest achievements. You can learn how to get over fear of rejection and go after your dreams with confidence and enthusiasm. You can also break down those limiting beliefs. Your beliefs create your world, and they're also the only thing holding you back from having everything you have ever dreamed of. If you have a fear of rejection, you need to break down limiting beliefs around your own self-worth and your skills. Do you believe that rejection is a reflection of your worth? Because it really isn't. Do you believe that you aren't deserving of a fulfilling career? You are. These are the beliefs you need to identify and to change. How about letting go of the past? Now, many of our limiting beliefs come from our past experiences, but your past does not determine your future unless you live there. If you're wondering how to overcome fear of rejection, you're likely to be rejected in the past and took it very personally. You must let go of the past, release the hurt and the shame felt, and realize that rejection doesn't make you any less worthy of happiness. You can look to change your story. Now, once you've broken down your limiting beliefs around the fear of rejection, you can replace them with empowering ones that propel you forward instead of holding you back. Catch negative self-talk and use positive words instead. You are deserving of a career you love and a healthy relationship. Failure does not make you less deserving of these things. When you change your story, you change your life. You can also look to build your inner strength. Now, successful people fail constantly. The difference is they quickly pick themselves up, learn the lesson, and get back in the game. How can you do this? They all have one thing in common: inner strength. They believe that life happens for you, not to you. This perspective allows them to reframe obstacles as opportunities and create a deep, unstoppable belief in themselves. You can also look to shift your focus. Now, another vital shift you must make to learn how to overcome the fear of rejection is your focus. Where focus goes, energy flows. But on the flip side, only dead fish go with the flow. So fill it with energy. People who fail focus on what they have to go through. People who succeed focus on what it will feel like at the end. Focus on the positive end result and the specific direct actions you can take to get there. And that's what you will get. Do you have control of your emotions? Are you in control of your emotions, or do they control you? No matter what causes fear or rejection, it's an emotion like any other, and it can be mastered. Learn how to identify what you're feeling, accept what the emotion is telling you, and then create a breakthrough. That's how you'll learn how to get over the fear of rejection. Now, the biggest threat to getting what you want is your decision to try and stay safe. You should learn to love your brave, fierce, and open heart. Listen to what it's telling you. Like your gut feeling, it's like to take you where you need to be. Right then, that is me done for the week. Now, you can own that fear of rejection because you are that damn good. And remember, you can book your free LDL power call to start making some positive changes in your life. Stop procrastinating, stop just sitting there, stop ignoring whatever problems you have, eliminate the pain, and start to make a change. You really do only have one life, so at least enjoy it while you're on the planet. ldlcall.com for the calendar, or send me a message on any of the social media out there, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, or Twitter. You can find me, Learn, Develop, Live, and let's speak soon. So you take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one.
People say that motivation just doesn't last. Well, neither does bathing. That's why we recommend it daily. It's the Learn, Develop, Live podcast.
Goodbye.
What? It's over already?
All over.
Thank you for listening to the Learn, Develop, Live podcast. I hope you feel as warm, motivated, and fuzzy inside as I do. You can connect with Chris at LearnDevelopLive.com or on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter.
I won't say goodbye. I'll just say until we meet again.
Until next time, join the motivation. Motivation.